Hi folks, I've been getting a lot of questions lately about the Akashic Records, and there is a ton of information out there on that, a lot more than I know, and you can of course study it and Google it, but a lot of folks, when they dive into this information, they get a little overwhelmed. So they just kind of ask me. Well, the basics is that it's kind of a library, right, in another realm, where you go into meditation and you go in and say you get a file box. You know, you get information on anything that you go to gather information on. So you're kind of going there in meditation or going there spiritually. Versus your subconscious, or you're talking to your guides, you're going into your own subconscious, you're kind of going into your past lives of what it is that you experienced before. Okay, so there's your knowledge, there's knowledge of your guides, and your guides may not have incarnated. And if you're talking to spirits, like say, of loved ones, I've read information of the people that have crossed over that you're trying to talk to. They only know up to what, you know, they've experienced and what they know, right? So the Akashic Records is what everybody, every soul, every person, every entity's ever known. And that's how it was supposed to be. Edgar Casey, a lot of information on that. If you Google the Akashic Records and study a lot about it, you can get really overwhelmed. But the basics is, you're just kind of in prayer and in meditation, you're asking, and then you get information that comes back to you. And a lot of folks say, well, how do I know it's the right information? Well, you don't. You learn to trust yourself more and more, and you just basically try to stay in touch with spirit, and all of the answers are within you. You can travel this world, you can travel other worlds, you can read every book there is, study everything there is, but really, if you just close your eyes and pray for an answer, the first thing that comes to you is usually right. You talk yourself out of it, but if you go into meditation, you're working with your guides, you're working with spirit, you try to go into the Akashic Records and you're really trying to get an answer, it's really hard for humans to trust that answer because they second guess themselves all the time. But that's basically the basic theory of the Akashic Records, of that is the record of all things, versus the subconscious. When you're going deep into your own mind, you're going into this lifetime, and then regression, you're going into other lifetimes that your soul has experienced, versus what every soul has experienced. So that's just kind of a little generic on the Akashic Records. I don't want to go too much further with that. I had that question today, and anyway, God has blessed you all.